Dr. C.V. Suresh Babu's Virtual Classroom presents Assessment for Learning series.
Assessment for Inclusive School. In this video, we are going to discuss about the following topics. What is disability? Causes of disability. Assessing the nature and extent of disability. Assessing the learning outcomes of each disabled child. Assessing the performance outcomes of diverse learners. Assessing the visually impaired. Assessing the hearing impaired. Kinds of learning disability. Learning assessment of student with disability. Assessing the mentally challenged. Assessment and feedback. What is disability? A disability is any continuing condition that restricts everyday activities. Disability Services Act 1993 defines disability as meaning a disability which is attributable to an intellectual, psychiatric, cognitive, neurological, sensory, or physical impairment or a combination of those impairments, which is permanent or likely to be permanent, which results in substantially reduced capacity of the person for communication, social interaction, learning or mobility, and a need for continuing support service. Causes of disability. First one is heredity. The passing on of physical or mental characteristics genetically from one generation to another. For example, sickle cell anemia. And one more example I can give is night blindness. Birth defects. It occurs due to environmental factors, genetic factors, and drug exposure during pregnancy. For example, Down syndrome, mental retardation, autism, etc. The next is lack of care during pregnancy, otherwise called as prenatal techniques, which includes taking nutrition, visiting doctor at proper time, taking proper food and other calcium tablets, doing proper exercises, having good sleep, etc. One more cause for this is exposure to chemicals or viruses in the womb. Forceps delivery. The pressure on a baby's brain can cause brain damage. Example, cerebral palsy is an example of the kind of permanent disability that may result from a forceps delivery. Next is accident. Accident can lead to permanent disability that relate to the circumstances and the severity of the accident. For example, paralysis due to spinal cord trauma, partial or complete amputation of limbs, physical or cognitive limitation due to neurotrauma, and sensory deprivation including deafness and blindness. Assessing the nature and extent of the disability. The following are the methods to assess: achievement test, informal measures obtained from observation, pupil self-report, report of the parents, report of the doctor, report of the class teacher. Class teacher's report. According to nature and extent of disability, each child individual education plan will have to be prepared by the class teacher. First one is group interaction session. The interactions and relationships between teachers and students, and among students as they work side by side constitute the group processes of the classroom. Now let's see about cooperative learning. Cooperative learning is the instructional use of small groups so that students work together to maximize their own and each other's learning. Let's see about collaborative learning. Collaborative learning is a situation in which two or more people learn or attempt to learn something together. Assessing the learning outcomes of each disabled child. Assessing the oral expression of learning outcomes. Assessing the listening performance. Assessing the performance of the students through written expression. Assessing the basic reading skills. Assessing the reading comprehension. Assessing the numerical ability and computation skill. Assessing the skills to solve problems using mathematical computations, assessing the understanding of science concepts. Assessing the performance outcomes of diverse learners. Learning performance outcomes of different type of students like the gifted, slow learners, normal pupils, students having different kinds of physical disabilities, the mentally challenged, and those having learning disability. The next one is visually impaired. Visual impairment can be defined on the basis of vision power, vision quality, and vision effect of the person. Assessing the visually impaired. Totally blind students learn by using their auditory and kinesthetic sensation. Moderate visual impairment learns with the help of large print textbooks, magnifying glass, and powerful table lamp. Formative assessment. The teacher can assess the learning level of students by asking oral questions in the content areas taught in the class, giving home assignments to prepare with the assistance of their parents in submission, participation of visually impaired students in classroom discussion. Summative assessment. The question papers given to visually impaired students are the same which is given to the normal students. Answers will be dictated to the appointed scribes which will be recorded. Hearing impaired. Hearing disability of a person can be defined as the inability of a person in hearing sounds. It may range from slightly hearing to not able to hear the sound at all or total deafness. Teaching of hearing impaired children. Visual and tactile stimuli are used. Lip reading and sign language are taught to communicate with others. Assessing the learning outcomes of hearing impaired children. Communicating the criteria of assessment to the hearing impaired students through gestures, facial expression, using objects, pictures or printed sheets, etc. Judging the level of achievement of each stage of the assessment task and note it. Summative assessment. The question paper given to hearing impaired students are the same which is given to the normal students. Answers will be written by them. Now, let's see about what is learning disability and its kinds. Learning disability. It is defined as the problem of the children in understanding the fundamentals of learning such as speaking, writing and computations. This is due to confusion in brain's information processing of the child. There are 4 kinds of learning disability. The first one is dyslexia, which means reading disability. The second one is dysgraphia, which means writing disability. The third one is dyscalculia, which means computational disability. And the fourth one is dyspraxia, which means disorder due to motor coordination. Learning assessment of student with learning disability. Making each child to function according to his or her level of skill development, providing more drill and practice, increasing teacher-pupil interaction, grouping students according to the level of learning attainment. Assessing the learning process, often making use of the computer programs which convert speech into the written form and vice versa, allowing students to use addition and multiplication table during the assessment test. Mentally challenged. Children whose intellectual activities are below normal are called mentally challenged. These pupils' IQ scores is less than 70. Now, let's discuss about the characteristics of mentally challenged person. They cannot concentrate on any of their works, cannot link any new knowledge with their previous knowledge, lag behind significantly in their physical, emotional and social development. Causes of mentally challenged. Genetic disorder. Child who has 47 chromosomes instead of normal 46. Virus attacks such as rubella and smallpox. Assessing mentally challenged. Given tasks like learning by doing with the help of teacher, using the reinforcers like visual and tactile cues, individual educational plan should be prepared, giving training in choosing correct answer among the 3 provided options, giving practice in speaking, writing words and numbers correctly, painting with different color options, assessing the performance of each child separately. Assessment and feedback. Assessment without feedback is ineffective. The benefits of successful feedback set in the context of learning outcomes are many. For example, successful feedback will build confidence in the students, motivate students to improve their learning, provide students with performance improvement information, correct errors, identify strengths and weaknesses. Now let's see what is meant by feedback. Feedback refers to providing students with the knowledge of results obtained in the assessment test, based upon which they are informed of the deficiencies found in their learning, along with recommendations for removing them. Taking steps following the feedback based on formative assessment. The teacher and student together plan the ways and means of eliminating the learning deficiencies. Students try to improve their learning by adopting measures like the modifications needed in the learning methods, undertaking additional drill and practice, try to use more learning resources. Teacher try to incorporate necessary changes in his teaching based on feedback. Taking steps of remedial teaching based on summative assessment. The students who lag behind in learning will be identified based on the learning achievement and diagnostic test. The teacher will undertake the following remedial measures to understand the concepts in the subject areas. The teacher gives additional explanation and illustrations, making use of some more instructional materials and resources, providing individual attention to each student, increasing students' drill and practice. For some learning difficulties, the following measures can be adopted: increasing learning motivation in students, solving their emotional problems, controlling the external environmental factors that affect students' learning. Process of feedback: formulating the plan of action for the given feedback, implementing the plan of action, assessing the effectiveness of the given feedback, incorporating small changes needed in the learning method, reassessment of the learning achievement of students or sequential and related successively.
Thank you, friends. We will meet you at the next informative video. Until then, take care. If you like the video, like it, share it, and share your valuable comments with us. Do subscribe our channel for more useful videos. Take care. Have a nice day.
For more detailed information, refer to our book, Assessment for Learning, by Dr. C.V. Suresh Babu. Highlights of our simplified series. Why should I learn this chapter? Snapshot. Frequently asked question. Summary. Activity. Assignment. Video online. Just before exam. Test yourself. Keywords. Further readings. For more tutorial videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel.